I'm having a really hard time making a video today. So anyway, I want to talk about Spirit Airline. They are the ones that screwed up royally, and really, they put a horrible cloud over my whole vacation. Okay? I don't get, it wasn't really vacation. The main reason I came was to see my daughter Rachel. I hadn't seen her in 2 years since her dad died. So I get to the airport early in Tampa, and I didn't even realize they'd already canceled the flight. So I'm standing in line forever. It was, thank God I have a cane with a little seat that just kind of pulls down. I was able to sit for part of it, but I tried not to because I didn't want to interfere. We were crowded into this area. And they said, Lauderdale cancellation. I'm like, what? I finally get up after an hour and a half. I get up to the front of waiting in line. And they had 2 people taking care of hundreds of people. And two agents. Now, for the other flights, there were 5 agents. But for these cancellations, there were 2. They didn't give a damn about anything, So I get up front, and he said, I can give you a flight a week from Thursday. I said, we have reservations in Texas. What are you talking about? It was weather. I said, I'd like you to tell me where this weather was, where this plane was coming from. Because I know that's bullcrap. I know that if they say it was weather, they're not responsible for anything. They don't have to compensate you. And so I'm still pushing. I said, I want to know what flight that was and what was this condition where the weather stopped a plane from coming into Tampa. So I'm looking up at their board, and I said, you've got a flight to Dallas at 11. And he said, yeah. I said, see if you can get me on that flight. Well, Dallas is not 2 hours from Rachel, who was coming to pick me up. It's 7 hours from Rachel. And because of all the stops she has to make, because she has health problems too, it was a 12-hour drive for her. So I arrive at the airport, and I got to tell you, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Dallas, Texas airport, it ain't Tampa. Tampa treated me well once I got past the doom of what had happened. And let me go back a minute. That clerk from Spirit, he didn't care. Just didn't care. But he was very fast to get me in the wheelchair once we sorted it all out and get me to the next spot. And another guy picked me up from that wheelchair and wheeled me away. He was the nice guy that worked for the airport. That's why I like Tampa Airport. Very accommodating, very kind, treated me like a human being, So I ended up having to go to Dallas. I said, are you guys going to compensate me on any of this? I said, I was supposed to land in San Antonio, not Dallas. And that fiasco cost Rachel hundreds of dollars. I said to her, let me rent a car and just drive down to you once I get to Dallas. She said, no, let me come up there. They've got a lot of fur places I want to go and check out because she does furry ears and tails for Comic-Cons, for anime conventions, and she hopes to do a lot of other type of conventions as well. Anyway, but she has health issues really bad, almost as bad as mine, She's got the damage to her spine. She has fibromyalgia. She has psoriatic arthritis. She has bipolar disorder. She has all these allergies. She carries an EpiPen with her because suddenly something can trigger her and she can't breathe. I don't know how all that happened to her. She has neuropathy, and I can't even remember it all. It's just really horrible, And so This poor girl has to drive up to get me. And so she said, let's just get a room up there for 2 nights, because we both know we have to recover to be able to move on. Because everything exhausts us, pains us. So we stayed in Dallas at the Hampton Inn for 2 nights, and that was a nice Hampton Inn. It was nice to be there. We lost $50 on one of the cabins because she canceled one night thinking we could get there for the other night, and we couldn't. We were exhausted. We couldn't do it. And then we had an Airbnb on a lake, and it wasn't a lake. I have a video of it, and I'm going to release it, but I want you to know that we're being treated poorly by Airbnb, and I'm going to do a separate video on that because I'm going to do a lot of shorts. So if you don't want to see them, I'm going to do a lot of shorts because I want to reach as many people as I can about Spirit Air. And they won't answer you. They won't get back to you. Someone will get back to you in 24 hours, and then somebody else emails you from Spirit and says, thank you for contacting us. This isn't our department. Somebody else will contact you in 24 hours. And you know what? The 24 hours have gone and come and gone, and I have not heard back from them if they're going to do anything to compensate the troubles. And I explained everything to them, what happened to us, the money lost, the extra money we had to spend. They should comp me something back, and I don't think I'm ever going to see anything from them. So I knew better. I don't know why I forgot about Spirit Air after what they had put my son Dennis through several times, not just once. And he said, I'll never fly with them again, and I'm never going to fly with them again. Maybe I should have taken Delta or American. Sometimes you have to pay extra to get decent service, because Spirit, I guess, is notorious for canceling flights. And I made a real serious mistake that cost a lot of money. And, neither Rachel or I have a ton of money. I'm grateful. I have little savings, and she's grateful. She has a little savings, but, that's savings. That's emergency money. And this was a bit of a fiasco. So we check into the Airbnb a day late, so we lose 1 day. And that's fine. We knew it was our fault, but the place was filthy. I did that quick video that I'm going to show you to show you where we were staying, and I made comments as to it's not as clean as I'd like. But then when we started opening things, I pulled some pans out to get it ready for our morning coffee. We're going to do cowboy coffee, and there were eggs still stuck in the pot. I should have taken pictures then, and I didn't, but Rachel took pictures of the outside to let them have a general idea, about this. It's this igloo rental. They said it was at Mathis, and it's not at Mathis Lake. It's some filthy, dirty canal, and everything there was filthy. The refrigerator had bugs inside, and, food spilled, and the outdoor fridge, which they advertise, we have this grill you can use, a propane grill, we have this outdoor refrigerator you can use, and then after she books it, just before we arrive there, they sent her a letter, the owners, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, don't use this door, don't do that. They're supposed to let you know before the booking that the amenities they claimed that were there weren't. And then when Rachel opened that outdoor fridge, there was rotting cheese inside and filth. And she took, thank God, pictures of that as well. I'm doing a video. And now they're trying to say that the fridge wasn't theirs. Thank God I took that YouTube video, and now she'll be able to prove that, yeah, there was an outdoor fridge that they said worked and didn't work. Then they said that, later. But like I said, I want to do shorts on Airbnb because I will never use them again either. They generally stand for the customer, the renter. And instead, they're going to side with the host who lied, That place looks like it hadn't been used in months. What I don't understand is all these wonderful reviews, how clean it was. You should have seen the place. It was shocking. Dog hairs everywhere, hairs all over the bathroom, drippy things everywhere, sticky counter. It's just horrible.
The shower smelled like a wet dog.
She said the shower smelled like a wet dog. They obviously had animals and pets there and didn't clean. And the worst part is they wanted to charge $115 for cleaning. Would you believe it? So I told Rachel, no, don't accept their 10% off. I said, you go to your bank and file a dispute. So she's going to do that. Meanwhile, they said they're going to call back in 24 hours. And it hasn't been 24 hours yet, not till 5 tonight, right?
Yeah, but they can't call back until after 24 hours.
Oh, it has to be, yeah. It has to be 24 hours before they can call back, and because she asked for them to escalate the complaint and go above the, general malarkey.
They said that this wasn't a severe level of dirt, and they only refund on severe, and she says this is not the worst we've had. Yeah, that's what she
So it didn't meet this severe filth level. I guess you need a dead body in the fridge for it to be refundable, as Alex said, bless his heart. So I got to meet Rachel's roommate, and I got to meet Mojo the doggy, and there were happy parts to it, but it was very stressful, and it shouldn't have been that way. In the future, I'm going to book a hotel room right in this town, and I haven't mentioned the town, I'm not going to rage. In that way, we can just do day trips. And no, I wasn't here to do sightseeing, and we didn't, we're both really sick. That's the problem. And we both understand that, so we work around each other's frailties and illnesses. And today I'm having a very bad day, and she understands we were going to go up to Corpus Christi, but she's exhausted, not feeling well. I'm feeling really poorly. I shouldn't have been eating gluten after I'd gone gluten-free, but, hindsight. And,
part of that was my bad. I'm a horrible
We both love sugar. We love sugar. It's terrible.
And gluten and cheese.
And gluten and cheese.
Things I shouldn't eat.
I don't know if you can hear in the background, but anyway, this phone is pathetic. You can't. I don't even know if they'll be able to hear me on this thing. So I just want to update you on what was happening. I'm going to San Antonio tonight. We were hoping to go to Corpus Christi because I wanted to see the Shell Castle, but neither one of us are up to it. So it's almost like 12 noon, and we're going to go hang out at her place for a while, and then we're going to start eking our way up to San Antonio because we're going to need some breaks along the way. So, guys, that's my story about Spirit Airlines, and like I said, you don't have to watch them if you don't want. I'm going to be doing a lot of shorts and basically lambasting them because I just feel like they owe me an explanation. Here I was panic-stricken. I guess I should have canceled the trip.
I'm glad you didn't. I don't care how much doom there was.
She doesn't care how much doom. We call it doom.
On a regular basis. At least we got to doom together.
Dooming together. I think that is what I'll call this video. Yes. I like that. Dooming together. All right. Well, that's it, guys. And, I'll be really happy to be home again. I mean, I'm just, you want to talk about doom? So we're in the Hampton Inn. We check in. We have the last room. We're like, hey, if the beds are no good, can you give us a different room? And he's saying, well, there's no air conditioning in the hallways. It broke. And she's like, can you give us a different floor? He said, we're booked. He said, so many people who lost their air conditioning tonight are here in our hotel. But the AC worked well in the room, so thank God for that. But yeah, they got fans blowing in the hallways because they're overheating. So before it gets too hot, we do want to get out of here. And wow, there's been a lot of outages in Texas. So yeah, I can't imagine at 110 heat with 115 feel what it must be like to have lost your AC. It's very dangerous for everyone.
120 in Galveston.
I'm glad we didn't go to
I know
Galveston.
we wanted to.
120?
120.
Is that the actual temperature or the real feel?
That's the actual temperature. The real feel is 127.
Don't I know how and when to visit places? Doom. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Bye.